5 years ago, as Senator Dodd was standing at the White House and they were signing this bill, I wasn't even a member of the Senate. I was a local elected official in Delaware. But as the financial services collapse, as the collapse of our mortgage system and our banking system and our market happened, I saw the wreckage at the local level in my community. I saw the thousands of folks lose their jobs, lose their life savings, lose their homes. And so when I had the opportunity to join the Senate and later to join the Appropriations Committee, I was thrilled with the opportunity to take up my small role in making sure that we provide the resources that regulators need, in making sure that the structures that were created by the Dodd-Frank bill work well for the American economy. As you just heard from Senator Merkley, we need predictable and fair rules of the road. I represent a state where tens of thousands of people work in the financial services industry, and I see the positive values of having a robust and a successful financial services sector in my state and for our whole country. But if we don't have fair and predictable and reasonable rules of the road, if we don't have skilled and supported and effective regulators, we will inevitably return to a time when the financial services sector in our country will lead into risky lending and will lead into inappropriate lending and will lead themselves into more and more innovation that eludes our ability to retain that safety and stability and soundness that is the hallmark of a successful financial services sector. So in the Appropriations Committee, where we will be taking up the financial services bill later this week, if there are efforts to roll back the support for the CFPB, if there are efforts to roll back support for the core structure of Dodd-Frank, I will work against it. As you heard earlier, in every possible arena, from the Banking Committee to the Budget Committee to possibly the Appropriations Committee, on the House side, there have been efforts to roll back Dodd-Frank. And so I look forward to working with the leadership in my caucus and others to raise the alarm and to raise concerns. Is Dodd-Frank perfect? No, as the architect and author himself said, it needs to be improved. There are things that we should be able to come together in a bipartisan way to do to make sure that Dodd-Frank works not just for 5 years, but for the decades to come. But in the short term, let us not have a short-term memory and forget the really significant wreckage caused by the financial collapse and the ongoing need for strong and effective and fair regulation.